Jumping into our next data type, tuples, we have already looked into numbers, strings, and list. In this session of ours, we are gonna look into a new data type, that is tuples. Tuples are quite similar to list itself, but they are immutable. What I meant by immutable is you cannot change once it has been created. So let's take an example that your mother has given you a shopping list where she has just added out broccoli, and probably you don't like broccoli. Okay. So what you can do is, it might be a factor that you will just cross out broccoli and just write chips or something else. But let's say your mom gets quite cunning, and what she will do is she will change the format of her shopping list to a tuple. Okay, she will change her list, that is the data type of list, to a tuple, and you cannot change anything whatever is present in the list, though you can add out something at the end, but you cannot change anything. So data safety is quite immersed in tuple. Now, how to create out tuple? Creating tuple is quite similar to how we used to do in list. Just the difference between them will be we are using round brackets or parentheses over here. Except of square brackets which we looked into list, we are using round brackets or present parentheses. Now, there are probably only two methods over here, that is count and index. Count returns the number of times a specific value occurs in a tuple, and index searches the tuple for a specified value and returns the position of where it has been found. Now that we know most of the terminology that is needed for the theoretical aspect of tuple, let's jump into the practical part. Let's start by creating our first tuple. So I'm going to name it as my tuple. My tuple equals to, as we know, for creating a tuple we need to have parentheses, and inside of that I'm going to write some random numbers, that is 2 1 2 3 4 5. And if I print out my tuple, is quite the same thing. If we check out the type of it, that is my tuple, it will return back my tuple. It is a tuple, right? So a tuple is a collection of objects which are ordered. Now when I talk of ordered, it can be indexed. So, and also it is immutable, that is, it cannot be changed. Tuples are sequences just like list. The only difference between a list and tuple is that list can be changed, tuples cannot, and for creating a list we use square brackets, whereas for tuples we use round brackets or parentheses. Okay, now let's create some more tuples, that is tup1 equals to, I'm going to create physics, chem, and maths. Okay, now let's say tup1, if I try to replace anything, let's check if it is possible or not. Replace, I'm gonna chem with, let's say, English. If I try it out, tuple object has no attribute replace, so probably you cannot replace it. So as I have told you before that tuples are immutable, so you are very constricted on tuples. Okay, now let's create one more tuple, that is tuple2. This will be a tuple of random my numbers. One more thing to note, that tuples do allow you duplicates, so even if you write duplicate, it will also display out. Okay, now let's check into how to index out tuples. It is quite similar to how we used to do it in strings or methods. Just write out the name of it and the index of it. So at index 0 I have physics, then again at index 5 of tup2 I have 6, right? Quite the same thing we are doing over here. Now to create an empty tuple, as you have already guessed it, it will be just two parentheses without anything inside it. Okay, and again tuples are just immutable list, so it is also, or it also allows mixed data types in tuples. What I meant by this is, let's my tuple, I'm gonna write a string that is Paul, and then some integers, then some floating point numbers, and this also works over here, my tuple. Okay. Now, if you want to reverse your tuple, it is quite similar. You just have to write my tuple and inside square braces, two colons, and along with a -1. Okay, that will reverse out your tuple. Now, moving back into tuple methods, as we have looked into, we have only two methods, that is count, and second one is index. Okay, now let's try to execute the methods over here. Okay, let's try out with count. I want to check how many of a particular object is present in my tuple. So in my tuple, what I'm going to do is my tuple dot count, and I'm going to count how many times 5 is there. So 5 is only once over there, so it's displaying out 1. Now if I want to check the index of 5, I'll just copy out this code and change it to index. So you can see that at index number 2, that is index 0, 1 and 2, I am having my value 5. That's it for tuples. We don't have a lot of things in tuples, but it is quite the same thing as if in list. Just the only addition is it is immutable. There's again an homework exercises for you guys to play around with this. So best of luck for the homework exercise, guys.